Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, and all that good stuff. We're live! Bravery Studios, Clifton, New Jersey. It is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast. I'm Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever on his worst behavior. I don't get hard, I stay hard. Mr. DM, find me in your mama's DMs. Alex will be with us momentarily, and the super producer, Mr. Nari Marv.
Hurrah, what's up? Bravery up.
Bravery up.
What's up, George?
George F. saying that was fire. You never seen the intro before, George? How many times you watched this show? Come on. So what up, Darth?
Man, I got cursed out at work today. I was actually quite hilarious because in this rare occasion, I didn't even do anything wrong. Because I know I like to subliminally incite people to be angry. I didn't even do anything this time.
That's a change.
I didn't even do anything. I was literally minding my business, giving directions as I was given by security, because obviously I was running security. So I delivered instructions all calmly, and somebody just went off on me.
Yeah, it's crazy times we're living in, bro.
Yeah, people are on edge.
People are on edge, bro. Don't even look at them the wrong way. I was in Micro Center the other day, and my business partner coughed.
Oh, they looked at him crazy, right?
Almost incited a riot. Almost was a riot in there.
Yeah.
Stampede.
You can't cough in public anymore.
Sneeze.
Can't sneeze. Oh, we caught somebody picking their nose the other day.
Inside the store?
Yeah. They were like second knuckle deep. It was like, dude.
Second knuckle deep?
Yeah. It was bad.
Holy.
They were up there for gold.
Oh my God. That's like touching your eyeball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. George says, careful, bro. They shot homie for asking to wear a mask. Wait, just for asking to wear a mask? What?
Wow.
Yo, two knuckles deep is crazy.
Yeah, the second knuckle, yeah.
That's brain contact. Yeah, man, that's nuts, bro. But what did you do after she yelled at you?
Oh, because the way the store is set up, you can get into the other store from our store if you come off the street.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm standing there between the doorway between the two stores.
Yeah.
I have to tell them to go back outside and stand on line to get into the main store. So I literally told one person 3 seconds before I told this other lady. So the other person's calmly walking away. I tell her she's got to go back outside and get online, and she just went off. You fucking asshole! Who fucking put you in charge? Yada yada yada. Go to hell.
What did you say back? Did you say anything back to her?
Nothing.
Yo, shout out to Darth. He's got patience, bro. She don't even know she was poking the beast.
Yeah, because again, usually I tickle people's fancy for anger, but I wouldn't even do anything today.
Yo, Karen was wilding. George is right. Karen.
It was a Susan. It wasn't a Karen.
Oh, it was just even worse.
Yeah, because Susan's like the next level up.
Yeah, Karen evolves into Susan. I think Susan evolves into Catherine. No.
Susan evolves into Gertrude.
All right. Yo, silence says a lot. Yeah, facts, George. Facts.
Yeah.
Oh man. But as far as my week, bro, I finally got to get some exercise yesterday. Got some air.
Yeah, I heard.
The parks are open in Jersey, so I finally did something productive and active, and it felt good, man. It felt good to get some air, bro. Like it was like, oh man, I felt like I was encaged, like one of those animals in what's that show we were talking about last week?
Tiger King.
Tiger King. I felt like that for a while. I feel like I hear a heel.
We hear a heel.
I feel like I hear a heel.
I feel it.
Oh, you hear a heel.
Oh.
But do you feel it?
You see, on your setup for the podcast, I can easily put myself on the screen. When I do it for Malcolm, it doesn't work.
That's weird.
You know why? Because Malcolm is setting somebody up for failure. That's all.
Yeah, man. I feel like he does it on purpose.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
What up,
I
Malcolm?
wasn't a shot fired. You just dropped the bomb on him. That's all.
Yeah, man. But yo, welcome to the chat, Alex the Hill. Welcome.
Yeah.
Or to the show, not to the chat, to the show.
Introduce yourself, sir.
You know me, I'm Alex the motherfucking Hill, aka the Stanley of Podcaster, aka the leader of the fuck Devil Vault. I'm sorry, Fear Devil Vault. Gotta get used to that.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the revolt, that promo that Essential Character 3 did for them, that was fire.
Oh, hey, listen here. Hey, look, people were saying that they might, if they all are really fired and it's not no work. Drake Maverick even reposted it. FTR. They might they might want to be a faction that's not tied down to no federation, so they can go all over the place as a faction together.
I'm down with that. Especially
cool with it.
Especially if like EC3 is gonna play this gimmick and he's gonna be the mouthpiece. I'm cool with it.
There he goes.
You know, had to make sure you see my ugly face. Hold on. Hey Google, turn lights to blue. Let's see if it does.
There we go.
Hey.
There we go. Now we're talking.
You know, I gotta make it sexy.
If he's blue, if he was green, he would die.
I can't do kryptonite.
You can't do the kryptonite. Can't do that. What's goody? How's your week been, bro?
Good now because the weekend, so I ain't gotta worry about work no more. So I'm happy.
There you go. There you go.
So I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about any and everything. Cocaine Cowboy.
George Jeff said, "You're looking like the PS4 UI because you got the blue."
That's
That's
funny because if I turn the screen around, the PS4 is on.
Blued out.
All right, let's start. Let's start with something different. Something I brought up last week. The new series that FS1 is doing, the best of WWE. Basically, it's a 4-hour marathon. Each hour is dedicated to a superstar, and they give you the quote unquote best pay-per-view matches of a person. This week was the best of Ric Flair in WWE. It was the best of Edge at WrestleMania, the most dominating pay-per-view moments for Brock Lesnar, and the best WrestleMania matches of Roman Reigns.
Oh, I can already see this going kind of off a little bit.
Okay. So, Ric Flair.
I was cool all the way up to the last one you said.
Okay, they started with Ric Flair. The best pay-per-view matches. The 1992 Royal Rumble where he won the heavyweight championship.
Mm-hmm.
Which he wasn't even in the Rumble that long. I forgot what number he came out. He was in the 20s, I believe.
Okay.
But well, weird, but okay.
But I guess because it was his first, WWF championship after being in Jim Crockett promotion / WCW for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Jim Crow, got it.
What year did you say?
92.
92. He was in WWF 92.
Yeah, he started late 91. It was like October 91 he came over.
Oh, okay. So he was there when Hogan was still there.
Yeah, because they were supposed to be setting up Hogan Flair for WrestleMania, but Hogan, being the bitch that he is, backed out. He didn't want to put Flair over.
Yeah, of course. Hogan. I can't do that, brother. It's Hogan's famous line.
Yeah. So then the other match that they picked, the obvious one, Flair and HBK, WrestleMania 24, his retirement match.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been number one, really, but yeah.
Well, no, because they do 2 per hour, so it's not like they do it go in chronological order. They don't really go, what is the best match? It's just they just pick 2 matches, or sometimes 3. Because like for instance, for Edge, they picked 3 this week. They did Edge versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 24.
That was a good one. That was actually a good pay-per-view match.
Yeah, which is weird because they also showed it last week for Undertaker.
And then
they just had the footage lying around.
The Edge guys on line,
yeah, so they picked the same match 2 weeks in a row.
It was already edited footage, so they were like, let's just use it again.
Yeah. All right. They also picked.
It was like, oh, did you change the video reel? It was like, no, fuck it. We're going to do Edge this weekend.
Throw it on there.
Yeah. So They also picked Edge versus John Cena versus The Big Show at WrestleMania 25.
I can go with that one kind of for WrestleMania 25. Yeah, I can go with that. I can take that one and be okay with it.
And what I think is actually one of Edge's best matches, besides like the Foley match, Edge versus Del Rio WrestleMania 27, where he won the World Heavyweight Championship the night before he had to retire.
Oh yeah, his best last match ever.
Yep.
So they weren't counting none of his tag team matches then?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just singles matches.
Okay.
Now for the Brock Lesnar segment, they chose Brock versus The Rock at SummerSlam 02.
Jesus. Wasn't that the last time The Rock ever faced Brock and that was it?
Yep.
Okay, then that makes perfect sense.
And I did in my head I couldn't remember that match. That was brutal. That was a brutal ass kicking The Rock took. That was almost well, it's on the list. It was almost Brock and Cena at SummerSlam 2014. That was almost on the same level. It was fucking brutal.
And I think that's when The Rock realized that you had him fucked up. You going Hollywood.
I think The Rock got off one rock bottom, and then Brock just popped up and hit him with an F5 out of it for the people's elbow.
Rock was I ain't gonna lie, that's the time Rock was taking the ass whooping heavy.
Yeah.
On for Brock. Now you go there, you got The Rock fucked up, bro. You gotta take this L for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
The second match that they chose was Brock versus Goldberg at WrestleMania 33, where Brock.
Oh, please, thank you.
Where Brock won the Universal Championship from Goldberg.
I take that because you just said the other Brock and Goldberg match. I'd be like, they shouldn't even put that on the list.
Yeah, it was WrestleMania 33, not what was it, 18, 17? I always forget which number that was.
I think 18. I think 18? It was.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
And again, the other Brock match that they picked was versus John Cena at SummerSlam 2014, where John Cena received 16 German suplexes.
Holy crap.
And 4 F5s.
That was the best night ever.
That was the longest squash match in history that I can think of.
It was.
Because that was like it was like the match was like 13 minutes long, and it was completely one-sided. There was no reason for it to be that long, other than the fact that John Cena got his ass kicked.
Hey Marv, that was literally like you playing a 4-year-old in 2K.
Damn.
And you just started welling on their ass.
Damn. Oh, I got some video game news for you guys later. Speaking of that, but let's continue.
So then the Roman Reigns portion of this episode, they picked Roman Reigns versus Triple H at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, where he won the World Heavyweight Championship from Triple H.
You know what? I can go with that because it was Triple H. So, you got to be put on a fight with Triple H. Triple H don't put nobody over unless they his boys.
Now, that was also the year that they started booing Roman really bad.
Mm-hmm, that's when it started?
Yeah, that was the year it started because you have to go ahead.
Hey, look, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You got to have one or the other.
Yeah.
Because if you backtrack the calendar, Roman Reigns won his first WWE Championship in, I believe it was October at what was it, Hell in a Cell? Whatever it was, whatever pay-per-view it was. And then Sheamus came out and cashed in his Money in the Bank the same night that Roman. Roman was champion for a whole 3 minutes.
He broke the hell out of him.
Yeah, shout out to Kelvin. We got the commissioner in the chat.
Yep.
Stand back. There's a commissioner coming through.
So then, the next month at the next paper. No, I'm sorry, not the next month. I think it was December at TLC. Roman won the championship back from Sheamus. And then Roman was forced to defend the title in the Royal Rumble. And Roman was number 1 in the Royal Rumble. So he ended up losing the title to Triple H in the Royal Rumble, who won the Rumble. So Triple H is so Roman was now a 2-time champion in 3 months, and then jumped to WrestleMania. He won the title back from Triple H. So he was a 3-time champion in 5 months, and the crowd booed the fuck out of him.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Like, yo, you're just giving him everything. Give him the company at this point.
Shit, that's Charlotte Flair.
Now, the second match that they picked, Alex, you're not going to guess which match it is. Because in my head, the first thing I would have thought was Roman versus Taker WrestleMania 34.
That's what
correct?
I was going to say, yeah.
Is that the first thing you would have thought of?
That's what I was thinking.
No, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Okay, because it's for him. For him, it was only WrestleMania matches. So what else would you have picked? Because that's the only other win he has.
To be honest, I can't remember half his WrestleMania matches at all right now.
Okay,
that says a lot. It
all
says
right,
a lot.
WrestleMania 31, Rollins cashed in. He lost. WrestleMania 32, he beat Triple H. WrestleMania 33 was he beat Undertaker. WrestleMania 34, he got beat by Brock Lesnar because that was the night Lesnar threw the belt at Vince because Lesnar didn't want to win. He just wanted to go home and have a vacation.
Yeah.
Toss that motherfucker like a fastball.
So the match that they picked was WrestleMania 35. Roman versus Drew McIntyre.
Wow.
That match was so anticlimactic. It was a good match. It wasn't like shit or anything. But it didn't have the hype behind it. Because Roman was coming back from his leukemia leave, which was a work. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not going to quantify it. It was a work. All right. And at the time, McIntyre was on fire as a heel. And they just have Roman come out and beat McIntyre his first night back.
Because it's Roman. You know he got to beat somebody first night back.
Honestly, McIntyre should have won that match because he was so hot. And because for the rest of 2019, they did nothing with McIntyre until October, November, where they finally let him go babyface and he got the title this year.
Yeah, because that's when he started doing that countdown, that 3, 2, 1 kick at house shows, and all of a sudden it was like, as soon as he put his hand up, the crowd was with him. I was like, when the fuck did this start happening?
Yeah.
Kelvin says Roman got booed like John Cena did at ECW One Night Stand.
Exactly, because that was the year they started.
No, he got booed worse. He got booed worse than him at ECW.
Yeah, because with the John Cena one, it was almost like love kind of thing. Because we're going to boo you because you don't belong here as ECW.
Yeah.
But we're booing you out of respect.
They just booed Roman because they was like, nigga, you are getting fed the company on a silver platter just because you're the cousin of The Rock. Like, god damn, dude. Like, no one else is getting this kind of line. Like, only him and Charlotte was getting that line. But no one else is getting that. And you got people there that's like busting their ass. Can't get none of this kind of fucking line. Like, so yeah.
Got a Toriyama hand job. That's what if it was Dragon Ball Z, that's what they'd call it.
Yeah.
Boy, listen here. It'd be Toriyama's double twist spit jerk action.
All right. Do you want to preview Money in the Bank?
Yeah, we can preview Money in the Bank.
All right. So in the women's Money in the Bank match, we got Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella. The overwhelming favorite is all of the Raw women to win.
Basically.
Because I don't see I don't see Dana Brooke winning. I see an outside shot for Lacey Evans because Vince is big on her. And Carmella, I don't see Carmella winning again. But yeah, I can make an argument for Asuka, Shayna, and Nia Jax. Those are gives.
Yeah, they gives a right. Give a hand job, give a blow job.
In the men's Money in the Bank, we got Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles. I think the heavy favorite is Aleister Black, but for some reason, since AJ got added, the internet's kind of hinting that they want AJ to win now too.
Well, they brought him back to life for a reason, right?
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
here's the
man.
thing. Here's the thing. AJ, they never said AJ was dead. He just got buried alive. Keyword alive.
You know,
So he was just down there for a couple days, or like they digged him out.
if this would have been John Cena, he'd have just been buried. And that'd have been the end of him.
Collected the Dragon Balls for him.
Yeah, so I'm totally fine with Aleister Black winning.
This is the only thing I don't like about this Money in the Bank thing, right? Because me and one of the guys from Jobber Tears was talking about this on IM. The way they saw the trailer saying you're going to start on the bottom floor and work your way up, and then both briefcases are going to be dangling at the same time. So do that mean we're going to have some intergender match moments in this bitch going up there?
That's quite possible.
Because they're going to be going simultaneously. They both of them matches start at the same exact time.
Yes.
The women go first and the men go first. Like, they're going all together. So
that's what I figured.
This is a 12-person match at this point.
Yeah.
What I want to know, who's falling off the roof? That's what really. I don't care who wins. Who's falling off?
Who's taking that fall?
Yeah, like what is the because somebody's got to be falling off the roof, right? They're not going to do that match without somebody falling off the roof.
Probably. He'll bounce back up.
I feel like it might be Ray because he's lighting up. That win from the upper building might take him off the stage, and that's it.
Yeah, it might be unintentionally in his case. No, but
what happened? Don't even look over the edge. He missed the mat.
Yeah.
The next match: Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt, not the Fiend, regular Bray Wyatt with the sweater.
I'm okay with this. Just for the simple fact, I've been wanting to see these two dudes fight for a long time, and they kept bullshitting and beating around the bush. Now that somebody got a belt, that some of us want, now they want to do it. So I'm like, let's do this and get this out of the way now.
But the fact that it's sweater Bray Wyatt totally gives away that he's going to lose. At least if you have the Fiend, you kind of think they're going to have him win. Mm-hmm. But it's sweater Bray Wyatt, so Strowman will retain. SmackDown Women's Championship. It's Bayley versus Tamina.
I actually want to see this match. Because Tamina they don't give Tamina the credit that she deserves.
Nobody's meaner than Tamina.
Word, and I still need that damn shirt.
I think it's pretty obvious Bayley retains. But so what culture made an argument for Tamina winning, and it kind of made sense because it would be Tamina winning and then Sasha winning Money in the Bank and cashing in on Tamina, and then that would just incite the feud between Bayley and Sasha. But I don't know. I'd rather Bayley retain, Tamina beat up Bayley, Sasha win Money in the Bank, and cash in directly on Bayley.
But then that'd be like too much like Ray.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. What am I saying? Sasha Banks not even in the match. My bad. She's not even in the match. But anyway.
At this point right now, the women's the SmackDown women's title is like the women's tag team title. Nobody gets the rest ass.
No. We got Drew McIntyre, the WWE champion, versus Seth Rollins.
I'm anticipating to see this match because Seth Rollins been killing it on the mic.
Finally. It took how long for him to have a good promo?
He been killing on the mic, and Drew just been killing motherfuckers in the ring.
So somebody's going to die.
Somebody gonna get chopped on this night, and it's gonna be worse than that Randy Orton chop.
All right, then for the
Money Bank's this Sunday, right?
Yes, this Sunday. Yes.
Yeah, set my alarm if I fucking forget this shit.
So then for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, we have a fatal four-way. It's the New Day, the champions, versus Miz and Morrison, versus the Forgotten Sons, versus Lucha House Party. Now,
I'm happy to see the Forgotten Sons up there. I'm just mad they made one of them niggas cut their hair because now he look weird as fuck.
yeah. I almost want to say Forgotten Sons win.
I would like for them to win. Like this is what I want. I would like for them to win, and I would like Lacey to win, and then I like for them to get back together and be the fucking army group they was at NXT before they got broken up.
Okay.
Because we kind of need that one faction with that one woman in it, and Lacey and them was already a faction at one point, so I will give it to them.
So we don't have an Intercontinental title match yet. Well, probably not because Sami Zayn's not on TV. I forgot the reason why. I saw a thumbnail. I forgot. I didn't watch the video. He's not on TV for some reason.
You know why? You know why? COVID-19 attacks people that doesn't have no soul, and he's a ginger. So you know.
We don't have a United States Championship match, but then again, Andrade's been having him like every week on TV, so we don't really need a title match at the pay-per-view. We don't have the women's tag team belts, but whoever cares about the women's tag team belts.
I don't even know two people that care about them belts.
And the man Becky Lynch doesn't have a match. Becky Lynch is not on the card.
Hey man, Becky Lynch is at home chilling. She made all the money she can from what she was doing, and Vince paid her handsomely. I think she's like, fuck it. At this point, now I don't give a damn what the hell they want me to do.
Although
I think her and Rollins are trying to go ahead and go on their little vacation / honeymoon shit. They're just trying to get this shit over with.
Although on Raw, Becky Lynch in her promo said she's waiting for whoever wins the Money in the Bank, which again would lead you to believe that one of the Raw women are going to win.
A possibility. Or, you know, WWE could be a dick and just throw somebody from Raw and SmackDown and swap them after the pay-per-view immediately.
Yeah.
You know, they used to doing that shit, you know, the wild card rule and shit.
The fucking wild card rule.
Oh, God. Don't bring that one back.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
No, is that all the matches for Money in the Bank?
That's all that's announced right now. 6 matches.
That shit feels shorter than a motherfucker.
Well, I feel like the Money in the Bank thing is going to go for like 45 minutes because you've got both of them happening at the same time.
Yeah, true.
I'm about to say shit. The way you're talking about the Money in the Bank happening, they must start on each floor. They're gonna have to at least have a few cameramen all over the place to get all the action where everything is happening. Shit, that probably gonna take an hour.
Yeah. So if you do all the other matches for 20 minutes, there's your 3 hours.
Yeah, true. Do you guys know if it's live or pre-recorded?
Okay, the Money in the Bank thing is pre-recorded.
Okay.
It's not. No, it hasn't been stated, but for that to work, it doesn't make sense to do that live. There's no way you can have that match live.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way because they're like that's 12 people in that building, and then they would need a cameraman. They would need a cameraman for damn near almost everybody's fighting all over the place. Like that had to be like almost like damn near like 16, 17 people in that building. And then you got to figure out how they're going to go from floor to floor fast enough and know where they're at.
Yeah, try to get those camera angles. You can't do that live. You can't do that live.
So that match better be amazing then. If you're able to like pre-record it and edit it.
It's another cinematic match.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you know what the sad thing is? I'm starting like this cinematic match. They finally giving some throwing time into these goddamn matches.
That's the problem. Everybody likes them now, so they're going to keep doing them.
It might get lame after a while. I remember Lucha Underground, everything was pre-recorded, so
yeah,
it became like a soap opera-y kind of feeling.
I'm about to say, look, it was cool watching the little Bray Wyatt shit because we got to see John Cena do all his old John Cena shit. That was cool. It was still a weird fucking match. It was still better than the Treehouse of Horror match or that Burning Bull House shit that he had. Still better than that. But then when you got to Undertaker and AJ Styles, that was such a good version of watching that match because we all know, one, it had been live, it'd have been just a shit show.
Yeah.
Two, they wouldn't be able to pull off half the shit they needed to really pull off the way they wanted to.
Like three, Carl Anderson going off the roof.
Trying to do it. Like they'd have been short time trying to do it. So at this point, shit, if you could do a cinematic match and make it entertaining, then I'm okay with it. But don't do a cinematic shit and then have it be like a regular Raw or SmackDown episode is trash.
Yeah.
Facts.
Quickly cover last week's SmackDown. Daniel Bryan defeated King Corbin. Sheamus defeated a jobber. His name was Leon Ruff.
He defeated a jobber that Allison Black kicked the soul out of him.
Yeah. Carmella defeated Mandy Rose for the final spot in the Money in the Bank match, thanks to help from Sonya Deville distracting Mandy Rose. The Forgotten Sons beat the New Day convincingly. And Otis defeated Dolph Ziggler for the final spot in the men's Money in the Bank.
Yo, they really are pushing Otis for real.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not
either. I'm not mad about it. I'm just concerned about his tag team partner.
Oh, Tucker?
Yeah, I'm just concerned about Tucker because if they keep pushing him like this, what that leave Tucker at? Because the storyline with him and Mandy is already concluded, and Tucker was a part of it. As a good friend. But now, if it's all fixed, what do you do now?
Well, they're still doing the Mandy Sonya thing. What if there's a twist in the story where Sonya goes after Tucker? Now it's my best friend is dating the person that tried to break up me and my girlfriend.
That's gonna be kind of weird of a storyline because at this point now WWE already forced it down everybody's throats that bitch was fully gay. So
okay, maybe she wants dick again.
That could work. It could work. Or they probably
she likes little dash and dick on the side.
Like they do all the time. Look, they probably use the guy we know they use all the time. They probably go get Dolph Ziggler to be a part of it.
Yeah. All right. Raw. It's kicked off with MVP's VIP Lounge. Did you notice the dynamic during that segment? Did you see it?
I know they kept repeating the word. What was it again?
No. I'm just talking about the visual dynamic of what was going on there.
Casting couch?
Okay. You had Shayna Baszler to the couch on the left.
Okay.
You had Asuka on the couch to the right. The biggest woman in the ring, who's bigger than both of those women put together, was sitting in a chair in the middle.
That was a chair? I swear to God, I thought that when they kicked her over, that was a table.
Table, whatever it was. But why you put the big girl in by herself? She need the leg room.
I don't know. Maybe she would have broke the couch. I don't know. Those couches looked really flimsy. Cheap. Them
couches are flimsy because you got to think about it. You done seen niggas that shouldn't be that strong pick them bitches up and toss them bitches up the ramp. So
she probably requested those chairs.
This is just manufactured just to be thrown around and played with. They like steel chairs.
Yeah.
I just found it funny that little Asuka and normal sized Shayna Baszler had couches to themselves, and then Big Nia was on a small chair.
She probably sat down on one of them and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna break this. Just bring me a chair." Because I have
she was like, "Look,
I have a friend like that too.
A little too thick, so we had to make me a chair because this ain't gonna work."
Yeah, I got one overweight friend. Every time he used to come to my house, not for nothing, he's broken a lot of furniture, and he's embarrassed now to sit on furniture that doesn't feel very solid.
Yeah.
Like he won't sit on wooden furniture. He won't. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him.
That's
but
my man.
I got the feeling Nia probably asked for that chair. It's funny though. I didn't even pick up on that.
I feel like they showed a segment and they showed them bringing a chair in, and it was like one dude carrying that shit, and she was like, "No, we're not even going to do that. We're going to go ahead and get me a real chair."
Like even George F knows. He said, "Oh man, I know that feeling. Those white chairs are my enemy."
Oh yeah, I broke a lawn chair. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, everybody knows about those white chairs, those folding ones. They break so easy.
White chairs, they shit.
Yeah.
You can sit on that motherfucker and move your leg or wear it away, and that motherfucker gonna snap.
Yeah.
Back to Raw. AJ Styles won the gauntlet match for the last spot in the men's gauntlet Money in the Bank match. Who else was in that match? It was Angel Garza, Austin Theory, Humberto Carrillo, Bobby Lashley, and Tozawa and Titus O'Neil and Shelton Benjamin.
First of all, I keep forgetting that Titus O'Neil even still wrestles there.
He hosted WrestleMania. What are you talking about?
I know he holds WrestleMania, but I'm just saying I still forget that he wrestles because you don't never see him in the ring doing it anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Shane Thorne and Brendan Vink beat Ricochet and Cedric Alexander.
Okay, with that part of the match right there, you know they got an issue going on now, right?
Okay.
Those dudes won, right, as a joke, and the upper management want to bring them up to the main roster to finish off the feud with them. So now they're gonna get promoted just for a gimmick match that they was supposed to win and then go away.
So basically you're saying after this feud, there will be wasted for the rest of their career.
They will probably pick up the slack the Revival was going to get.
Okay. I can see. Well. They were also trying to give Revival that stupid gimmick where they were like Power Rangers.
Oh God.
That's what I'm saying. They might pick them down that road. Because those are two guys that are basically young and hungry and never thought they were going to make it to the main roster. So now that they are, they're probably going to do whatever WWE says to just make sure they stay on the main roster.
Okay. We had the Viking Raiders defeat the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, in a non-title match, which means they're now going to get a match, which will probably be the pre-show to Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair defeated Liv Morgan, who said Liv doesn't know who she is. Although, if you flash back several months, when Liv Morgan was still in her pink hair character and she disappeared before in her last promo, she said, "I'm going to find myself." And it was a promo with Charlotte, who said at the same time, back then, "You don't know who you are." So I guess this is the story coming full circle. But once again,
I guess so. I guess so, because on Liv Morgan's Twitter, it has her doing that note when she was saying no, yes, and then she smiled, and it says no, sir, yes, sir, and may I have another.
Well, she likes it kinky too, so.
And she did date what you call it for a little bit, Mr. The cheetah hair himself dancing real stupid, Mr. New Jersey's own Enzo Amore. So you would think, she would like it freaky.
And our main event was Drew McIntyre defeating Murphy, the Disciple.
Why did Murphy try to pull off that's Claymore and caught a real kick to the face?
You're right about that.
So 3, 2, 1, full boot to the chin. I said, shit, man, these two had to talk in the back. We had to fight for real.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump over to Dynamite.
Oh yes.
Mark, let's talk about Dynamite, because you said something before we went on air.
I usually don't follow AEW at all.
Okay.
But I caught it this week, and I think it was probably the best I've ever seen or on that show, just by just the golf cart.
The golf cart.
I also saw memes of it on Twitter, which was like, damn. Plus, I think they, I don't know, Jericho on color commentary was so good. It kind of like is bitter somber that he's back in the ring. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know.
Here's a funny thing.
Yeah.
On Jim Cornette's podcast, he said what AEW should do is on their Patreon page have a second audio track recorded after the fact, and it's just Chris Jericho doing commentary.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I would pay for that.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
That's a really good idea. Holy crap.
I would pay for that. I'd pay for Chris Jericho commentary.
Wow. That's a really good idea. They should actually do it. Oh, no jokes aside. Because they're really into like doing internet things. So like Patreon, it's a good way to make money on Patreon.
Yep.
Really good way.
I would get a subscription just to hear Chris Jericho talk.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but that golf cart scene, he jumped into it. I can't get over that part.
Yeah, me and Darth talked about it earlier, and I couldn't see any other way they could pull it off besides him jump. Because, Alex, if he would have just stood there and got hit by it.
You talking about Sammy Guevara?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bruh, I don't care what nobody say. He did jump into it, but if you look at it, his body wrapped around that damn pole for real.
Yo.
I was like, okay. I was okay. He ran into it. I get it. I understand. There was no way to make it look good. But then when I realized, I was like, this nigga put his whole body into it. He folded around that bitch. I was like, oh shit, that leg kind of hurt.
Maybe you could have done a different camera angle or something. Maybe from a different angle it would have looked better. But I don't know. How many times can you test that out? I don't know.
What the other stunt where Omega jumped off the forklift?
Oh yeah.
That looked good.
All right, but you mentioned earlier that you thought this was just all like
it wasn't
no substance. There was no substance to it.
It wasn't that great of a show. Let's go through the matches. We had Cody beat Joey Janela. It was probably Joey Janela's best match ever, but that's because you got Cody Rhodes leading you through the match.
Yeah. You got Jake the Snake humping what's her name?
Oh, he humped Brandy.
Yes.
And Brandy was also sexually assaulted by the snake.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, first of all, I'm okay with this because I want to be one of the other just to get that close to it.
I don't know, with the golf cart and the snake thing, this makes the show for me. But you can continue.
Okay, then we had Nyla Rose beat Kenzie Page. It was a squash match.
Super squash match, like always.
Well, MJF to me was the highlight of the show as usual. His vignette that he did in front of that green screen.
And well, the thing with green screen is you have to create some kind of artificial shadow behind you. And I noticed he didn't do that.
Yes, people were complaining about the production.
And it was like he was floating in space. I don't even like using green screen for my own videos when I do them. But it's so like jarring when you see somebody in front of a green screen and a fake background and there's no shadow to the person. I don't know.
Okay. But he...
Let me tell you something. Well, there's something that bothered me, though. Even though he did the green screen, when it got down to the last match of the night, I realized he was sitting on the outskirts of the apron. I was like, so what was the purpose of the fucking green screen? Because like, if you're really there, you don't need a green screen. You could have went up to any one of the open offices inside the goddamn football stadium and did this shit.
Yeah,
you had a green screen? I was like, what the hell? That was just a waste of money.
It looked like a room that's probably already in that building. Like, it didn't look like it needed to be green screen. But, yeah.
So, anyway, the content of his promo was he's saying he's the best talker in the business ever.
Better than The Rock?
He's better than The Rock. He's better than Ric Flair. He's better than Roddy Piper.
Mm-hmm.
Big statements. I love it.
I love it. I love the balls on that. Kid, as he kept saying. Mm-hmm. People call him a kid in parentheses. Then there was the segment where MJF and Sean Spears were talking together to Tony Schiavone, and I think MJF called him a mic stand. That was pretty funny. Then we had Jon Moxley defeat Frankie Kazarian. Decent match, but why did we have this match?
Why? Because we haven't had Dean on TV in a while, and there was nothing to set him up into a feud, and so they just threw him into a random match just to get it out of the way.
And then we had Mr. Brody Lee. That's Mr. Brody Lee to you. He beat, who was it? Marco Stunt?
Yeah, Marco Stunt.
And, prior to that, we had, after Moxley beat Frankie Kazarian, Dark Order came out, and Brody Lee challenged for the World Championship. So at Double or Nothing, we will have Brody Lee versus Jon Moxley.
I just like how the simple fact that he went out there and beat his ass. He said, I heard you was a good giving man. So I'm going to ask and hope that you accept. He was like, bro, all you had to do was come out here and ask. I was like, yep, that's Dean being a dick. Love it. You can't teach nothing better than that. But it was a little different, but it kind of made the Dark Order seem more usable at that time than what they were trying to do previous before.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Where the hell is Evo Uno and the other dude, Grayson? Why have they
I have no
disappeared?
idea. I have no idea, and I would like to also know that too. Where the fuck have they been?
Actually, I'm okay with that because they were what was making the Dark Order a joke to me.
I could kind of say yeah, kind of say no. I don't know. Maybe because I followed them in ROH and a little bit outside of this before there. It just they got there, and it's like I don't know. They had steam going in, and then they just lost all their steam once they got there.
Yeah, because the Dark Order wasn't good from the beginning. This is like the third version of the Dark Order in less than a year.
Hey man, look, it could be the corporate ministry all over again.
I like the corporate ministry.
Corporate ministry was a mess, though.
It could be corporate ministry.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a good meme out of it, but
yeah, in retrospect,
it was a mess. It was a mess.
In the heat of the moment, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a clusterfuck of a clusterfuck.
Yeah, it was all over the place.
Back to Jake the Snake and Lance Archer.
Oh man,
he defeated QT Marshall before they put Brandy in a compromising position. We'll leave it that way.
Yo, Brandy's hot. You guys don't talk about her being hot enough.
I don't like black girls.
Oh no.
She's cute, but I don't like black girls.
She's hot.
No. We talked about it before. Cause remember, I had the nudes, so we went through all that shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did do the nudes. Yeah.
We did. You're right. My bad.
Yeah, so
rewind.
So we got all our Brandy stuff out of the way way back there before we started realizing what she was going to become.
Okay, yeah, I do. It was before. Yeah, you're right.
Eden Styles to you, sir. Eden Styles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and back to the street fight. Matt Hardy went through 3 different gimmicks during that match.
Yeah.
He started as what was the gimmick he started with? Was it he started as what, Damascus?
No, I think he ended.
Started Damascus.
Wasn't he ended Damascus?
No. He ended as Damascus.
He ended as Damascus.
He did. What was it? The 2 Extreme gimmick.
Version 1.
Version 1. And something else. I forgot the other. I forgot the first one he did because he was wearing like leather pants. But anyway, yeah.
Is that?
I gotta go look that up because I gotta look it up. Because you look at on AEW YouTube page, it shows him being version 1, and then the next part of the video it shows him being Damascus, but it doesn't show the beginning part of that match.
Yeah, I don't remember what the first gimmick he used.
Yo, shout out to Champion Jobber. He said FT Revolt.
Yeah, Fear the Revolt.
Word.
What up, Champion Jobber?
Fear the Revolt. Fuck the revival.
So yeah, that was. I didn't think Dynamite was that great. It wasn't bad. It wasn't that great to me.
I don't know. It made a good first impression with me. That show did, at least.
Okay.
And I feel like it had a feeling of they were just gonna try everything and see what sticks.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I like that Dynamite's doing. Mm-hmm. By them putting just like the random wrestlers that they're not using that night around the ring to be a crowd, it creates an environment.
Yeah, I saw that too.
You don't have the dead silence like NXT, but the dead silence works at NXT because they put on a lot more serious product. There is a lot of like blood feuds, so having that silence in a blood feud works.
Yeah, I think with the darker arena too. I think it fits the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can dig it. I don't know. I dug the show.
So it grabbed your attention.
Yeah, it did.
NXT, Johnny Gargano defeated Dominik Dijakovic. Alex, have you realized Dominik Dijakovic has not won a match since early January?
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
I also realized he has fought almost every big NXT star that either has held a belt, was going to get a belt, or has beaten somebody that had a belt, but he hasn't won his damn self.
His last win was at TakeOver. What was that? Portland, or whatever the whatever. No, that was TakeOver. Houston. Was it Houston? Wherever the Royal Rumble was, so. That TakeOver, he beat Killian Dane. That was his last win.
Champion Jobber wants to see a crowd full of head.
What does everybody want? Hey,
Yeah, that makes sense.
what does everybody need?
I do want heads, but I also want these unemployment checks that niggas are getting.
Oh, facts. I still want my stimulus check. Never mind unemployment. I want my stimulus check. I'm still waiting.
I'm gonna sip my tea over
You're
here.
gonna wait for a good minute, bro. Look, you're gonna wait for a good minute. If you didn't get direct deposit, you get a check. You still gotta wait for them to still print it and mail them out. They print out.
Allegedly, my tax bracket got mailed yesterday because last week was anybody below 30,000. So I'm in the next tax bracket up, which is 30 to 60. So allegedly, I'm getting my check soon. Allegedly.
Yeah, you should get your check soon because my roommate is under the first bracket. He's like under it, and he got his. Oh, actually, this week.
Oh, so if it got mailed last week, so I should probably get mine like Tuesday, Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yo, Trump.
Yep.
I want my money.
Okay, I understand.
Talk to us like a heel, Trump. Talk to us like a heel.
Akira Tozawa defeated Jack Gallagher in the cruiserweight title tournament. Chelsea Green defeated Xia Li. Karrion Kross defeated the jobber of the month, Leon Ruff.
Hold up. Before we go any further, can we talk about Kross's entrance?
I missed the entrance, and I did not see it on Instagram or anything. So,
he did it already, champion jobber. He did fill it out.
That entrance is being called the best entrance of NXT for a wrestler debut. It literally was Undertaker's smoke around the ring and inside of the ring. And you see his wife just being what she's supposed to be, a sexy manager getting in the ring. And then she's in front of the camera. And when she ducks, she's just standing right there. And then she comes sliding towards his legs. And then the light changes to like a red spotlight on him. I was like, why does shit look like somebody made this in 2K before they got it to him for real?
Boy, you think they test out their entrances
yes,
in
they
2K?
Do.
Yeah,
yes, they do.
that makes a lot of sense.
Well, no, not on 2K. They do it in real life.
Oh, I was gonna say because they could do like a virtual version of their entrance before to see if they like it, and then build it out in real life afterwards.
Because like when
I would actually do that.
Yeah.
When Naomi first started doing like the whole glow thing, and she came out with the neon clothing, and she'd slide down the ramp. Like for like a good 2 months, they were doing test runs with her every night before SmackDown, before she actually debuted that entrance.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And look, they did that, but you know when she did that whole put the lights on the belt, she ain't tell nobody that shit.
Oh yeah,
her ass got in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, but then they sold replicas of it.
Yeah, they did because they need to make money. Look at Zack Ryder in their title.
Yeah,
they replicas. Never got seen on TV.
Once something works, they take credit for it.
Of course.
Io Shirai defeated Charlotte Flair via disqualification, which was a title match, but it was a disqualification, so Charlotte retains. And then Rhea Ripley reappeared from Australia, and it looks like they're setting up a 3-way for the next takeover event, I would say, or just randomly on NXT again.
Hey man, all I know is right now it's a lot of mismatch and shit going on in NXT, and I am enjoying it because watching Raw and SmackDown, there's only a few wrestlers keeping those shows. Well, keep my attention on watching those shows.
Yeah, Kushida defeated Jake Atlas in the Cruiserweight tournament match. This is like Kushida's first win in a couple months also. He's been losing like crazy.
Hey, man. Jobber's life.
Yeah. Cameron Grimes defeated Denzel. How does that say his last name? Dorjanet? I forgot. Wasn't important.
I think it's Dorjanet.
Wasn't important. Our main event. Adam Cole. Baby. Because there was no crowd, so it was
Baby.
Because he still did
Adam Cole. Silence.
Because he did it by himself, and it looked horrible without the crowd screaming it. So, yeah. He defeated the Velveteen Dream in under 7 minutes because this match started at 9:52 and they went 7 minutes.
Jeez.
Yeah. Short title match. He won fairly clean. It wasn't that much interference from the Undisputed Era, but nonetheless they showed up. Oh, and who? Dexter Lumis came out too during the match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good match to watch, but you know, I guess they got it out of the way for Velveteen to have his match with Finn Balor for the time being until this whole COVID thing lifted, and they can go ahead and pill, Walter versus Finn.
Yeah, well, whenever we can get Walter into the country, because there's no flights out of the UK.
Yeah, I just know that Champion Jobber spelled your name as Durf. Durf in the chat.
Durf Messiah.
Durf Messiah.
Oh, but Champion Jobber, the thing is, I don't do direct deposit. I get paper checks from the government.
Yeah.
I'm not. Obviously the government has my bank account information, but I'm not voluntarily giving it to them to pay me. I want a check in the mail.
Oh, this is interesting. How do you guys feel about Triple H selling his stock in WWE?
Actually, a whole bunch of people sold stock this week.
Year.
Triple H sold it. Kevin Dunn did it. Laurinaitis did it. There was like 4 or 5 people that did it this week.
Hell, what you call it? Last year, they all did it. The 2 people that was in WWE before, Vince let them go, them 2 heads.
Oh yeah,
and Stephanie McMahon
yeah.
sold some of their stock, and then Vince McMahon sold majority of his to do the XFL. They do it almost every year now at this point. It's almost like clockwork.
That's what executives do when business is down. You sell some money to make up for your lost pay.
Yeah, very true.
Really quick, the matches that are announced for Double or Nothing. We have Cody Rhodes versus Lance Archer for the finals of the AEW TNT Championship Tournament. We have MJF versus Jungle Boy, which was randomly announced by Tony Schiavone during his promo with MJF. And MJF was like, "What? I'm facing Jungle Boy?" Yeah, you're facing Jungle Boy. We got Jon Moxley versus Brody Lee for the AEW World Championship. And the other match that was announced this week, the Casino Ladder match for a future AEW World Championship. So AEW now has their own version of Money in the Bank.
Nice. So just do whatever the hell you can to try to be like WWE, but not WWE.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I got the feeling that they're just throwing everything at a wall and seeing what sticks.
If there's a briefcase for this, it's Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
At this point, that's the only thing that's not Money in the Bank is we don't know what they're taking down from the ceiling. I mean, they can always do like a clipboard or something because they've done like contracts like that with clipboards. I don't know, but yeah, it's Money in the Bank. Because if you go on Wikipedia and you click on Casino Ladder Match, there's a picture of Money in the Bank.
Wow. George Jeff said it's going to be a plastic piggy bank. Or AEW credit card.
Oh, that'd be funny if they did. Oh, even better, a cell phone with a Cash App.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Oh. I'm going to cash my money in the bank. What's your Cash App thing?
Yeah, man.
You got to move with the times,
yeah,
man.
You got to move with the times.
Can't always carry around a briefcase.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or you know what? They could do a briefcase and you open it up. It's AEW Bitcoins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or put Tony Khan's wallet up there.
Shit, I'm just waiting for the wallet. Fuck a title match for the future. I need the bread. Fuck that.
Or as they call him on What Culture, Sugar Man Tony Khan.
Word. Did y'all see the Dark Side of the Ring?
I did it this week. What was it about?
The UFW, the Cocaine Cowboy.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, it's about a guy that's basically think of take Eric Bischoff, Rich Russo, Vince McMahon, and Paul Heyman, and then throw a table of cocaine in front of like Tony Montana, and that was the guy that ran the UFW.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I did hear this story. I think you told me about it last show, right?
Yeah. That motherfucker was a genius, but he had a drug habit. If he didn't have a drug habit, he probably could have been WWE's rival at WWF's rival at that time before WCW even came into play. Because he had Andre the Giant and Mick Foley all in them working for him way before they left, and they was working for him exclusively.
Hey,
so I gotta catch it.
Yeah,
should be the link.
I'm gonna say, look, that happened, and then you also have next week is the Road Warriors One Last Ride.
Okay.
And it talks about them, how they did cocaine and shit heavy as fuck too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is Owen Hart.
Okay. Oh, speaking of last rides, after Money in the Bank, they start the 5-part series of the Undertaker interviews, The Last Ride.
But it's WWE produced, right?
Yeah, it's on the network.
Okay. I mean, there's gonna be some bullshit there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So all I hear right now is, he's still going to wrestle until he's like 95.
Basically, yeah.
So,
but
hear.
it's Undertaker out of character. So I'm convinced that. Well, I'm not that I'm convinced. I can believe some of the stuff the Undertaker says. Obviously, they're going to play with it to make it fit certain stuff, their narrative. But I believe the Undertaker when he speaks out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah, because kayfabe master over there don't speak out of character.
Yeah.
Well, Undertaker's starting now to finally open up about his career and stuff, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because like the Broken Skull sessions, that was a great interview.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man,
it was so unexpected.
News for you guys on the video game front.
Okay.
We are getting a new WWE game soon.
Yep.
It's not what you expect though.
Yep.
We're getting a King of Fighters cross WWE crossover beat 'em up game.
Yep, I saw that. That is weird.
What?
Yeah.
That is weird.
That is weird for me. That sounds like it's up my alley.
So it's a mobile game. It's still up your alley?
I know. Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, the last 2 WWE mobile games have been out. I probably had them all on my phone and played the hell out of them to the point I was like, I got to delete this shit. I'm killing my battery on my phone.
Immortals was all right. I know a lot of people that used to play Immortals. But this game is a side-scrolling beat 'em up. It's like old school fighting games for like Nintendo. Okay. Like Double Dragon and Final Fight, Streets of Rage, those kind of games.
Okay.
And pretty much, King of Fighters All Stars. It's mobile. It already has crossovers with like Tekken and other games too. So now they're finally gonna do it with WWE. It'll be pretty cool. We're gonna see WWE characters drawn like an anime style for once, and
okay,
probably get a decent beat 'em up game out of it.
And speaking of WWE
I'm cool
video
with that.
games,
as long as they got an Undertaker in there a minute.
It looks like it. Undertaker's in the cover photo.
All right,
and so is The Rock.
And the other WWE video game, this week there was a picture floating around on the internet that WWE was going to EA Sports.
Yes, I saw that one also.
Now, not that it's fake news, it was misinterpreted because it was actually a reference to FIFA. Within FIFA's contract, there was like some sort of like clause, and it was abbreviated WWE. That's why everybody thought WWE was going to EA Sports, but it was actually something about FIFA.
Well, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about EA making WWE games?
At this point, I just want something fresh. Wipe the slate clean, start completely over, stop building on a broken engine, and just adding shit to it because you get 2K20 because you added so much stuff to something that's already broken, it breaks everything else in the game.
You don't want EA to make the game then. Trust me. The way you just described it.
I wasn't going to say anything. 'Cause we gotta say that, I'm just be quiet then, because that's
If they build
EA
the
still.
game themselves from the ground up, that's not a problem.
They're not gonna do that.
No?
They're gonna take Madden or another engine from another one of their games, and they're gonna try to make it fit with WWE.
Well, hold on. How about Fight Night? They used to make Fight Night.
That's what they'll probably do. They'll probably take the Fight Night engine.
Everybody loves Fight Night,
engine.
But it's so different. It's like it's a whole different beast because they try to do Def Jam Vendetta with the Fight Night engine. That's what Def Jam Icon was. Icon was built off of the Fight Night engine, and it didn't fit.
That was so stupid that it didn't fit right.
It didn't fit right into it. You know what I mean? So no, you can't just throw any game into any engine and try to make it work. That's why companies lease engines like the Yuke's wrestling engine, like Aki's wrestling engine, and they put, they just change the character models and the outfits.
Champion Job here and George F. are saying EA does UFC. Would that work for WWE?
It'd be closer than Fight Night.
Yeah, it'd be way closer to Fight Night because they got the camera specs for like the ring. But, most of the moves are done just by triangle, square, circle, X. Basically, it's kick, punch, and grab. So if they change around the moves to be like grapple and Irish whip and shit, it probably actually can work.
It probably could. But mind you, there hasn't been a UFC EA game in almost 6 years. The game they're talking about is like from 2014.
It's been that long since UFC 3?
That was like 2014.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even notice it's been that long.
Yeah, so mind you,
because people still playing the hell out of that online.
There's no other UFC game to play.
Wow.
That's the one that had Bruce Lee in it, right? He was a secret character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a secret character. Yeah. So yeah, that's the old one.
Wow. I can't believe it's that old.
Fight Night is like 12 years old already.
Yeah, the last. I remember the first
Round
Fight
4?
Night. The first Fight Night was Dreamcast. That I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Actually, no, it wasn't called Fight Night yet by Dreamcast. It was still Knockout Kings. It became Fight Night when it got to PS2. When I got to PS2, they changed the name to Fight Night.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. Those are really old engines that would have to be modernized because
redone over.
Yeah, you have to do a lot with the graphics to make it look modern. Those are really old games. Yeah, look, June 14th, 2014 is the UFC game when it came out.
Wow, that's still blowing my mind that it's been that long.
They're old yet?
No, because people are still playing the hell out of it online.
There's no new one. UFC, I don't know what it is with UFC. They don't care about making games. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that.
No, it's not the point that they don't care about making games. It's the point that they make games, but then most of their people in the games are so broken that people stop playing them.
I don't know. I didn't play the EA ones. I don't know.
Because the last one they had, they put Bruce Lee in there.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Lee was like OP as fuck with kicks. So if he hit you in the head 3 times and he was able to hit you and connect with 2 of them, your character was knocked the fuck out. It was on that KO. There was no way of beating
I would expect Bruce Lee to be broken though, because he's like the secret character.
Yeah.
He's like Muhammad Ali in Fight Night.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Or Tyson in Fight Night.
But how Ali in Fight Night? At least you know he was boxing. He was able to do it. But Bruce Lee kicks was stronger than anybody. Like the only people that go against Bruce Lee kicks was a created character, and you had to max out the kicks to go against Bruce Lee. You couldn't use nobody in the regular game to fight him, like to do a rematch. Bruce Lee was gonna beat their ass every time.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Let's see what happens. That's all we can really do with this next batch of wrestling games.
Yeah. Well, as long as AEW game is good, that's all that really matters.
One last piece of thing that's going on now, and I've noticed it with most of the podcasts that are here recording in Bravery Studios. Mm-hmm. At least every podcast last week had mentioned something about wrestling.
Wow!
And some people were mentioning the fact that they're still operating. Some people were mentioning the firing. I really, really do think that there's going to be a pop after this whole thing ends, and it's going to be just because of the tabloids and just all the bad publicity. There's going to be a little pop of new audience.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Vince and them did this just for that reason, because this is the only time through a pandemic that we have a massive firing of people, and the world is talking about it like it's like the most unnormal thing on the
Everybody's
planet.
talking about it. So either the fact of the firing or the fact that they're still operating in general.
Now here's the funny
under essential business.
Here's the funny thing. All of that negative publicity isn't translated into ratings. Raw is continuing to dip. every week.
That's true too. They got to capitalize it in some way. You can't just you're right. You can't just have publicity. You got to capitalize on it in some way.
They haven't capitalized yet, so it's yet to be seen what they can do, but they haven't capitalized yet.
Yeah. Well, that's my piece.
Yep. So it's been a wonderful evening, gentlemen.
Honestly, we still got time.
Yeah, they still got time. They still have time to capitalize on it in some way. Do something big.
Yeah.
Every company, because it's crazy. When I heard 4 different podcasts here talking about wrestling, I'm like, damn, what's going on? Something big's coming, or something they could miss.
Well, it's that time. It's time to get out of here. I've been Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever on his worst behavior. You, sir?
Been Alex, a motherfucking Hill, aka the Stanley a podcaster, aka fuck WIO and Vince McMahon.
And our super producer, Mr. Gnarly Marv.
Hurrah.
And we're out.
Peace.
Peace.